and welcome to Flosstube episode number 2. Christina, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to share with you episode number 2 in my Flosstube, which is going to be some cross-stitching and a little sewing project. Just want to give you a quick update. I have not been filming too many videos because my craft room is on the 3rd floor, and in the Northeast, it has been pretty warm. The humidity is crazy. Today, I filmed late last night, the last half of this video. This morning, I'm up here bright and early before it gets too humid, and I have to turn the air conditioning off. I thought I would get this first part filmed. So I am really excited because this week, hopefully, I will be getting an air conditioning system put in here where I can have the air running and filming at the same time. So I'm super excited about that, which means more videos for you. I am, life update, May, our son graduated from college. In June, I turned 50. We went on vacation right after that. And I found a fantastic needlework store while we were on vacation. We were in Washington and Virginia, and in Alexandria, Virginia, there is a store called InStitches, and it was fantastic. I had so much fun going through all of the products that they have, all of the patterns, the material. Like it was a great time, and that's how we ended our trip. So that was like I couldn't wait to go home. So today I'm going to share with you my works in progress, my haul. Some of it's from my trip when we went away. And then I have 3 fully finished projects to share. Actually, 4 fully finished projects. One of them is a sewing project. The other 3 are cross-stitching. So I'm going to share those. I have nothing that's just finished. So I don't have any finished cross-stitching, but not made into a fully finished project to share today. But I do have lots to share. So let's hop over to that video. We're going to start off with our fully finished projects. This first one is Winter Quaker by Primrose Cottage. I stitched this on 28 count Laguna, which I think it's light mocha, and I stitched it with the called for thread. I had so much fun stitching this, but I was extremely nervous about putting it into a finished project because I knew I was going to make it into the pillow, but I was worried about sewing it and then ruining all the work that I put into it. However, it came out great. So I did eventually get up the courage and make it into a pillow. It's filled with polyfill and then also has some crushed walnuts on the inside to give it a little bit of weight. And I will say I did mess up a little bit on the corners because first time doing it, sewing rickrack was a little nerve-wracking for me. And I think I just sewed it a little too close in, or I lined it up poorly, where maybe I should have made sure that the bump on the rickrack was more up towards the top, because it looks like I did the valley of the rickrack right in the corners for the top 2. However, it's still good. On the back, we have the fabric that came in the finishing kit, and I did note that I did not sew this in the middle. It's more to the side a little bit, but I did close it up using a ladder stitch. Came out pretty good. I was pretty impressed with myself. So that's my very first fully finished project for this year since I just came back to working on cross-stitching. Now my second one is this one, and this is also by Primrose Cottage. It's the Honeybee Quaker collection on 32 count Sandrift Cedar River fabric. And then I used the call for DMC floss for this one. I love this. I started this right before I went on vacation. I did the little beehive here and then the bottom, took it with us on vacation, did a little bit of stitching on vacation, and then finished it up when we came home. I love this. I love the way it came out. It's super cute. I love the pom-pom trim. I added this little bee charm and honeycomb onto one of these fiber or cloth pins, I think is what they're called. Garment pins maybe, but I did put that right on the front. This is going to go into a dough bowl right in my entryway as you walk into the house. Now, I'm going to show you the back. I did not do a very good job this time on my ladder stitch, but I did get my seam at least in the middle. The finishing kit comes with a piece of felt, so I just kind of tacked that piece of felt on there and got it temporarily tacked down. Eventually, I'll probably take this off, take out the ladder stitch, and fix it up. But I really love the way this one came out. Super cute. This is another pillow that I made. I was having too much fun making pillows once I did my first one, did the second one, and then I was like, I've got to make this one into a pillow. I did try to make it into something else. It did not work out, and I didn't like the way it looked. So I ended up tearing it apart and then making it into the pillow. So this is Grande Flag by With Thy Needle and Thread, and I love this. Now, for the fabric on this one, I used 32 count. It's Milk and Honey Fiber on a Whim linen fabric and stitched it almost with the called for colors. I used the DMC floss, but the floss that it called for in the Classic Colorworks, I had a different color, blue, so that's what I used. I tried to do a DMC color, started to stitch it, but I really didn't like it, and I really like the way this one came out. So I made this into a pillow after failing with my other object. And for the fabric on the back, this is just fabric that I had in my stash. It's probably from Hobby Lobby or my Joann's or something like that. I did make my own cording thread, which was a lot of fun. That was the first time I've ever done that. And then I added some seam binding for a bow at the top with a wood button that I stained using some of my Tim Holtz stamps or Tim Holtz ink, and then added a little twine to the top. But I really, really like the way this came out. I have the fabric and all of the thread in here. What I plan on doing is kitting up the other two so that I know I'm using the same fabric that I made for my first one with these other ones, and then I'll be ready to go next time I feel like working on a little bit more of a patriotic themed project. My next one is a finished sewing project. I made a little tray. So this actually just looks like a piece of flat fabric that's just, sewn together on two sides. But I added these little buttons or snaps on the corner so that I can snap them together. And I've seen these all over Flosstube videos, and they are so easy to make. And it makes this little tray that I can use to throw my thread in while I'm crafting. My fabric is just, again, probably, it's fabric from my stash, so it's probably from either from my Joann's or Hobby Lobby. And the snaps are cam snaps, which just are easy to add on to your project. So yeah, I was pretty happy with this. This just lives inside of my project bag, so I could snap it together and have a little tray there that I could throw my little floss pieces into while I'm working on my cross stitch. Let's talk about my projects that are in progress. This first one is one that I mentioned in my first Flosstube video that I was going to start working on. And I started to work on it, and I'm liking it. However, I kind of stepped away from it. So this one is Home Sweet Home. It's Stitching with the Housewives. This was meant to be my upstairs cross-stitching project. Like if I'm in my craft room here, I can work on it. But I ended up kind of abandoning it temporarily. This is what happened. So I started stitching this originally, and I actually was using DMC floss. So in a way, it was kind of good because I do much prefer the Classic Colorworks over DMC, but I'm not going to not use DMC. But I started stitching it and then realized I was stitching it on this side. Now this looks like a printed pattern onto the linen material, because it's not on the back side. Usually if you have a hand dyed something, you're going to have the dye on both the front and the back. But this one is just on the front. And I really like this, but I started stitching it on the back. And that was when I realized, wait a minute, where's all that pretty marbling? It was on the back side. So I ripped all of that out, started over, and this is as far as I've gotten. So this is one that's in the works, but it's going to kind of be set to the side for a bit, because my next one I'm having way too much fun with, and I've been working on that one nonstop. The next one is this Honeybee Biscornu. On our way to our vacation, I was watching Nicole Spore's video. She was doing I think it was her summer sale, and it was doing Biscornus using patterns from different companies. This particular pattern is actually designed to be a Biscornu, and I thought, I walked in there wanting to get at least one of those styles, designs that she was using, but saw this and got distracted and then never picked up those designs. So this is what I am working on right now. It's Honeybee Biscornu, and I am loving it. I will say, I really have to pay attention to the pattern. I am finding myself distracted, and if I'm watching something while I'm doing it, I'm losing count. And this one has got a lot of counting and making sure that you're sticking to the design. So I only have the 2 corners up here left to do, and then I have to fill in the yellow parts for the bees, as well as the yellow center parts for the 4 flowers. But then I have a bottom part, which is going to look like this. So it has a little hive on the side, and then it looks like that on the bottom. I got to start stitching that one. So I have the fabric in here for that. I am using the DMC, which is the called for color, and I'm having a blast. This is 32 count. I believe it's called Parchment, and then I'm just using a plain black fabric for the back. The important thing is that both pieces are the same count, so I have to make sure I use 32 count for both. I'm having a lot of fun with this one. We're going to switch over to haul now. I'm going to show you some of the things that I picked up on vacation, and then a couple of things that I received since then in the mail. So let's start with the vacation stuff. I'm going to start with some patterns. And for this, I am going to just show you the ones that I picked up. Oh, that's my honeybee. This is the one that I just did with the pillow. Where is it? There it is. So these are just a couple of the patterns I picked up on our vacation from the In Stitches store. Now, I will tell you that she does not do online at all, but will ship or mail things if you email her and ask. That's what I was told anyway. Anyway, this is the Shakespeare's Peddler, the Christmas, Pennsylvania Christmas. We have Christmas Deer and then Christmas 2. And I got these because I live in Pennsylvania and I was just drawn to those. So I can't wait to start working on these for the holidays. That is super cute. And then also by Shakespeare Peddler, we have the in stripes. And then we also have and stars. So this, I had seen that they may have put these together to be like a set to sell. So this is Plum Street. And this is Shakespeare's Peddler with Plum Street and a companion to Stars. And I bought these to do for the holiday. I wanted to get them done for the 4th of July, but then time ran out. I only had a couple of days, so I went with that other one that I showed you earlier as my fully finished. This one is so adorable. Another Shakespeare Peddler. I'm really enjoying the Shakespeare Peddlers collections. This is called Most Wonderful. I love this pillow, and I cannot wait to make this. I think it is super cute. And we have like Christmas presents just dangling off, some garland or ornaments dangling off the garland. Love that. And then this is Little House Needleworks. I found this also there. I'm not familiar with this company, but I bought a bunch of this company because they had a ton of cute designs, especially for Christmas time. So I just wanted to show you a couple of the things that I purchased, but I love this. So this is going to be one that I'm definitely going to be working on for the fall. I went a little bit crazy with fabric while I was there because I just wanted to build my collection, and it was my birthday. So I asked for money for my birthday, knowing that we were going to this store. As you walked in, there was a basket that had some mystery linens in it. So I went ahead and just picked up a package of the mystery linens that has different sizes in it and lots of different colors. So I think this is going to be handy for if I'm working on small things and just need something to, to grab. Then they have a display that had a whole bunch of fabric that's already pre-cut and ready to go. So this one is 32 count Weeks Dye Works. It's called Corn Silk, and I love that shade of yellow. This one is my favorite. It's Platinum by Weeks Dye Works, and it has a little bit of the coloring. This one not so much, but it has a little bit of the natural coloring coming through on that one, and I really love that one. This one is a 32 count. It's called Putty, and it's just more of a solid gray, so really like that. This is a 40 count, so I wanted to test out using some different sizes, so I did go ahead and get a 40 count in the Laguna, which is this is the light mocha and mushroom, and then I also did 36 count in black. So I'm going to start testing out using some different count size fabric. But then I got to the counter where she has all of the bolts of fabric. And I got a little happy. So I bought a little pile of fabric, and I'll just kind of go through that one. So these first two are the 40 count, and that is a much smaller size for doing your cross stitching. But this is called Egyptian Sand is the color, and the other one is called, let's see, that is called Fall Bliss. Gorgeous shade of orange, really pretty. These next two are going to be 36 count, and this top one is by Picture This Perfect, something like that. And this is Tango, and I love the colors of that one, very pretty. PTP Fabrics Tango. Okay. Then this one is another 36 count, and it's Aztec Red. Now it comes off more red on camera, but it's a little bit more orangey than that. So very pretty. Now I'm getting to the 32 count, which is the size that I like. I have a lot of neutral colors, so I wanted to get a couple of colors, and I have some pink projects that I want to work on for spring and Valentine's Day next year. So this is Picture This Plus 32 count, and it is, actually, is it? No, it's Weeks Dye Works, I'm sorry. This is Charlotte's Pink, which is super pretty. This one is Mesa, and this is definitely Picture This Plus 32 count. Then we have this one, Dusty Rose, I think is, no, Red Pear. It's more of a dusty color than it is. It does come off very pink in camera, but it is a really pretty dusty rose. This one is the Weeks Dye Works in Gunmetal, which is just a darker gray. And I thought this would be really nice for some of my Halloween stitches that I have. And this one is called Fog, which is very similar to the fabric that I'm using for my Home Sweet Home. But you can see on this one, it is definitely hand dyed because that dye is on both sides. So that other one I'm pretty sure is a printed fabric. All right, let me just get these out of the way and I'll show you what else I've purchased. Now this is going to be stuff that I've gotten in the mail. So first I wanted to share this. I have seen this on a couple of different Flosstube videos, but this is the bow tool set by Chantal 141. And I have something similar to this that I used my Glowforge at work and die cut, but I have not seen that I can get them in different sizes from, at least from the place where I ordered the Etsy store that I ordered the design from. This particular one has 4.5, 3.5, 2.5, and 1.5 inch sizes for bow making. Now I've used my other one, and these are so easy to make bows on. I'm really excited to have multiple sizes now, where before I just had the smaller sizes. So that one I ordered from Fat Quarter Shop, but I know Chantal 141 has it on her website as well. Last time I went to order, it was out of stock on the website, so I ended up getting mine on Fat Quarter Shop. And then next I have some Lady Dot Creates fabrics. I picked up some of the velvet fabric that I can use for finishing on some of my cross stitching. I ordered mine from Lindy's Stitches, but you can also order it from Lady Dot Creates has an Etsy store as well. So the first one is Cucumber. I took this one out of the package just to make it a little bit easier to see, and it's really hard to see this color green on camera, but that is such a rich, dark color green. I thought perfect for Christmas. It's called Cucumber, and I'm in love with that one. I, of course, had to get Sea Glass because that is one of my favorite colors. We have Old Cement, which is a really beautiful lighter gray color. I did also get black. It's called Pepper. This one is called String Bean, which is really gorgeous olive green color. Love this one. This is Musket, a little bit of a darker gray than the Old Cement. And then we have Mushroom, which is a gorgeous tan color. Also from Lindy's Stitches, I picked up some more of the Lady Dot Creates, but this is in the Rick Rack. And a piece of lace. We'll do the lace first. So this is a gorgeous vanilla colored, which is called Nilla, colored lace. Absolutely beautiful color. Love this one. And then I got the rest in Rick Rack. This rickrack happens to be the same rickrack that I used for my winter Quaker pillow that came as part of the finishing kit for that, which is this color right here. It's called Storm Blue. I also picked up the vintage, which is a gorgeous dyed vintage colors. Love that. This one is called Country Rose. Sequoia. Look at that deep color. Love that. This one's called Mingo. We have Sizzle. And then I also have Flaky, which is, again, that color that I can't resist. So that is just my haul. I did buy more stuff when I was on vacation for patterns and stuff, but that was just, they're put away. I just grabbed a couple out so I could show you. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will leave a link to as much as I possibly can down below if you want to check any of these things out. And I will catch you all in the next video. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.